out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA live segment for Thursday, March 14th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. If you haven't came and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So hey there, what up, Jeremy? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking like tonight's possibly going to be a chalky slate, man. We got some news that came out. Obviously we already knew that Ibaka was out, so that was making Marc Gasol and Siakam a little bit more chalky. Now, Kyrie Irving has been listed as he's been downgraded to doubtful, just like Kyle Lowry. Just like we talked about last night, if Kyle Lowry's out, the guy that I'm really going to be looking at is bare minimum price tag, Jeremy Lin. I like him a lot. Either way, I think that, even if Kyle Lowry does end up playing, Lin is already playing 20-plus minutes at a minimum price tag. So I don't think it's too much of a risk if you want to put Jeremy Lin in there without knowing if Kyle Lowry's out or not. On the Boston side of things, we know that Kyrie Irving's backup, Terry Rozier, is out. Jason Tatum will be back, so they should have their regular starting lineup today. Marcus Smart is going to play, but he's kind of feeling under the weather as well. So between Marcus Smart feeling under the weather and now that we have Rozier, listed as out because of an illness, I think either way, even though Tatum is coming back, Jaylen Brown does continue to get a little bit of a bump in this spot. So I like Jaylen Brown still today, even though he's probably not going to be in that starting lineup. Outside of that, we're still waiting on a bunch of news from Minnesota. Looking like Doncic is going to play today. That's really the news on the slate. Did I miss any news, or is that pretty much where it's at?
Yeah, there's still nothing that we know about Minnesota, and that's still in the air. Doncic has actually been removed from the injury report. He's not on it, so it's typical Doncic stuff. Game time decision before every game, and then he doesn't show up on the injury report. So look for him to play.
For sure. So, Todd, real quick, I actually really like Kawhi Leonard today. And now that Lowry's been downgraded to doubtful and it's looking like he's not going to play, I think that's even more of a bump for Leonard. So I really, really like I really like Leonard tonight. I think Leonard's a really good play. Are we paying up for Vucevic or Paul George? For me, I'm going with Paul George in the revenge narrative against his old team. Just too cheap of a price tag at $10,000 for him. So Paul George for me. Who are you going with between Vuce and George?
Yeah, look, it's a 6-game slate, and I think a mix is what you have to do. We've talked about it. The center spot is not as desperate as the small forward spot is. The small forward spot, you've got 3 pay-up spots with tons of value on the board. You have to get that right. So in order to get that right, you needed to rotate those 3 guys. So with center, though, there's 5 guys in play. There's Gasol, there's Horford, Miles Turner in a good spot, Vucevic in a good spot. You can even go value and go Zizic. He's in a decent spot. So there's a lot of options at center. The pay-up spot, small forward, and there's less. You've got to get small forward right today.
For sure. Dwayne, don't take this wrong, but I hate you, Dwayne. You're right. 4 Raptors in cash. I love all 4 of those Raptors. Leonard, Gasol, Siakam. Those are the 4 Raptors that I absolutely love today. So we're on the exact same page, Dwayne, when it comes to that for sure.
Do yourselves a favor, though. If you're playing, look, I told you guys the other day, do yourself a favor and throw LeBron James and Anthony Davis in a couple lineups. I'm going to tell you, and yesterday I said Derek Favors. Today, my little tip of doing yourself a favor is take the other side of the Raptors in a couple of the Raptor-Laker game in a couple lineups. Take LeBron James and Rajon Rondo in a couple of lineups. The simple fact is, and I said it last night, we're starting to talk about, we don't have any news on Danny Green yet, and outside of Kawhi Leonard projecting their current starting lineup, he's the only other guy that really plays defense. If Danny Green does get ruled out also, you don't have Ibaka, Kyle Lowry, or Danny Green, 3 starters, 3 good defenders. Rajon Rondo will feast. LeBron James will have a really good game in this spot too, and it'll stay competitive. So do yourself a favor in tournaments. Go contrarian there and go the other side of the chalk in a couple of tournament lineups.
Yeah. So, you basically touched on it. I think that LeBron James and Rondo are in play, but they're both GPP plays for me. but they are in play, and they both do get a little bit of a boost. If Kyle Lowry is out, I think the game could stay a little bit closer. So, yeah, I like both of those guys. John said his core today is Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Basil, and Monte for his core. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Basil, and Monte are his core. I don't know who Basil is.
Basil.
Yeah.
I don't have the chat, so I can't read the name.
Okay. Yeah, but no, John, real quick, just to kind of throw it out there, I'm really on Irving and I'm on Monte Morris. I don't know if I really like Mitchell, and I'm not sure who you're talking about. Gasol. Yeah, for sure, John. So Gasol and Irving are – so Gasol –
is Mitchell your pay-up spot? That would be my question, because if Mitchell's your pay-up spot in this spot, I would completely reconsider that, especially with the value on the board at the shooting guard spot. I don't see the need to pay up for Donovan Mitchell tonight. Second end of a back-to-back, you know what the usage numbers are with and without Ricky Rubio there. So, I can't see a reason to pay $9,800 for Rubio and make him a core play. If you want to get exposure to Mitchell in tournaments as a secondary option, by all means do that. But as far as a core play goes, we're talking about the 4 or 5 guys you're going to build numerous lineups around. I can't see Donovan Mitchell being a core play with Paul George at 10,000, Kawhi Leonard at 9,700 playing the Lakers. I just can't see Donovan Mitchell being a core piece. There's too much value at shooting guard.
Right. So yeah, Irving, Gasol, Monte Morris are in my core, just not really with Donovan Mitchell. Favors, I think Favors is a GPP play. Had a good night last night. Don't really want to change it, but hey, I definitely think that he is in play. Gasol, yeah, we like Gasol. We mentioned that. Hield in my core. I think Hield is a pretty good play as well.
I would not play Derek Favors tonight. If you play Derek Favors, make it, make sure your exposure is minimum to him. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons. One, rarely does the guy play very well for you back-to-back nights. Don't chase points with him. Number 2, he's an older player. He's had a ton of knee injuries in his career. It's a back-to-back situation against a team that's going to play small. It doesn't favor him at all. It more favors Jay Crowder and Kyle Korver. And Royce O'Neal will still get some minutes. It doesn't favor Derek Favors. No pun intended there.
Yeah, man. If you're absolutely 100% fading Marc Gasol tonight, due to recency bias or whatever, honestly, that's going to be the wrong way to go tonight, and you're going to regret it later. Marc Gasol with no backup, he's going to play 32 minutes in this game, and then he gets a matchup against the Lakers. This is a spot Marc Gasol is going to have an absolute monster game, in my opinion. Chris Cox wants to know Horford or Turner, and also Rondo since Lowry's out. I'll let you handle that one.
What format? I mean, let me know what format that you're talking about, but I'll just briefly touch. For cash, I wouldn't play Rondo in cash because you don't need to. Rondo's I just mentioned that at the top of the video. I think Rondo's a fine play. Get some exposure to the other side of the Raptors, and especially if Lowry does end up being out. I know he's doubtful now, but we've seen crazier things where he could get ruled in now. So a game at Brooklyn last year comes to mind. But I wouldn't take Horford over Gasol. In tournaments, I would spread out my exposure, and I'd spread out my exposure with Gasol as my top exposed guy, and then I would get exposure to Miles Turner, Al Horford, a little bit of Zizic. There's plenty of – center's a good spot to rotate out tonight.
For sure. Kuzma, I like Kuzma, 6,500. He's going to play a ton of minutes. I think they're trying to feature Kuzma a little bit right now, get his trade value a little bit up, kind of going into this summer. So Kuzma, he's a guy, if he's healthy, he is going to be, playing a bunch of minutes. 6,500 is a really good price tag. We know that the guy does have 50 fantasy point upside. So, I mean, hey, that's about it. We got through all the questions. I'll give you a couple more minutes to get your questions in. If not, got to get out of here. I got a lot.
You think they're trying to feature Kyle Kuzma to up his trade value, bringing him off the bench?
No, I just think no. I mean, I think he's going to get back in that starting lineup for sure, and he's going to get his minutes. I mean, he's the guy that I think is going to get his minutes either way, just so they can kind of continue to show what he could do for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think they're trading Kuzma now.
Hey, we'll see, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather keep Ingram than Kuzma. So we got a lot of kind of stuff. We're gonna wait till this is gonna be a fun offseason. Let's just leave it at that for the Lakers. Seti Osman, or really quick, last 2 questions, and we're gonna get out of here, bro. What about Joe Ingles and Bogdanovic for GPP? I'll let you handle that one.
Look, GPP, I'm fine. Just look. You can get exposure to whoever you want in GPPs. It's always going to be about setting your exposure. So having said that, I wouldn't go crazy with Bogdanovic as far as exposure goes. I'm okay with limited exposure to Bogdanovic. It's an upside play, and it's definitely a leverage play on the field. He'll be lower owned. Joe Ingles, I think he'll be somewhat popular. It's a back-to-back, and in back-to-back situations, he doesn't show any signs yet this season that he's played diminished minutes in back-to-back situations. I think Ingles is fine as well.
Seti Osman, Marquine, I think he is a good player. The guy's been playing a ton of minutes. He's giving you a solid floor. He's got you at least 32 fantasy points in 5 of the past 7 games. So the guy's been playing very, very well. So definitely think that Osman is in play. Probably a little bit more of a GPP play, but in play for sure. Hey, man, that's about all we got for you guys. We got, Kyle Lowry is rolled out just in before we got off. Load up Jeremy Lin, move on. Hey, you heard it from here first. If you don't,
Danny Green will play.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin will start. Load him up for Toronto guys. That's the way to go tonight. Heard it from here first. Outside of that, hey, good luck on your guys' contest tonight. Thank you guys very, very much for checking out this video. We'll talk to you guys later. Good luck and peace out.